Next, we have the Vice Chair, David Campos.
Thank you, Diana. Good morning, California Democrats. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. All right, there we are. Good morning. I'm really proud to be here today, and I know that it's been an interesting couple of days. And, you know, it wouldn't be a Democratic convention without a little bit of drama. That's what we do. But at the end of the day, we are a family in the Democratic Party. And as a family, we may have tension, differences of opinion, but at the end of the day, we stick together. And the work of this party and the officers is to make sure that we remain together. And I want to talk about some of the work that we're doing with Yvette Martinez, our amazing executive director, Andrea Guzman, who is the deputy director. Can we give our staff a big round of applause for the work they do? They're working to make sure that we turn out the vote in 2024, especially in communities of color, and I want to talk specifically about the Latino community. We are working to make sure that every Latino votes in California, not only to take back the House, to keep the White House, but to help other states like Arizona, like Nevada. Now, we are working on Vota 2024. We heard during the convention from the Biden-Harris campaign. We heard from Sergio Gonzalez, who talked about the efforts of that campaign to reach out to the Latino community. I'm also grateful to the Chicano Latino Caucus that is working with us to make sure that we increase Latino turnout in every part of the state. But we need you. We need you. Can we count on you to help? Can we count on you to help? Now, I want to talk a little bit about what's at stake here. Now, we heard recently from Hillary Clinton about what 2024 means to this country. And she said, you know, I don't usually exaggerate, but I really believe that if Trump wins the White House, it will be the end of our country as we know it. Now, I know that sounds like hyperbole, but you have to look at the record of what happened during his 4 years in office. Remember kids in cages? Remember the Muslim ban? We just saw the Supreme Court that he appointed take away the right of women to choose. Now, I was born in a country, Guatemala, where the history of that country is that these people promised the world, they promised freedom and rights, and then they got elected and become dictators. The thing about Trump is that unlike those dictatorial figures in other parts of the world, he's not promising freedom and individual rights. He's actually telling you what he's going to do. He is telling you that he is going to deport 5 million people in this country. Can you imagine what that looks like in this country if that happens? He is telling you that he's going to build the largest immigration internment camps the country has ever seen. Are we going to let him? He is telling us that he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act, which allows him to use the military to quell any kind of dissent. Are we going to let him? He is telling us that he is going to turn back the clock on so many rights, including LGBTQ and transgender rights. Are we going to let him? He has told us that he's going to use the Department of Justice to go after his political enemies. Are we going to let him? That's what's at stake, Democrats. And so the question to us as California Democrats is, are we going to fight for our country? Are we going to fight for our country? Are we going to fight for our democracy? Let's do it. We can win it, but we need to remain unified together as a California Democratic family. Thank you so much. Now, it is my honor to introduce my fellow vice chair and amazing leader in our party in this state, Betty Yee.